ओके तो आज हम थर्ड चैप्टर स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं एजुकेशन का, जिसका टाइटल है नॉलेज, रियलिटी एंड वैल्यूज। तो फर्स्टली हम गो थ्रू करेंगे कंसेप्ट ऑफ नॉलेज इन कंटेक्स्ट ऑफ इंडियन एजुकेशन फिलॉसफी, जहाँ पे जो डिफरेंट फिलॉसफी है, जैसे religious philosophy है, like in which there are Vedas, Upanishads and different religious books, वहाँ पे कैसे mention की गया है like the concept of knowledge. So according to Vedanta philosophy, Vedas, Brahmins and Upanishads are the earliest source of knowledge, क्योंकि बहुत ancient books है, ठीक है ना? So they are considered as the earlier source of knowledge. Four Vedas are, जैसे आपको पता होगा, Rigved, Yajurved, Samved and Atharved. The cream of Vedic philosophy is found in Upanishads. Like if you need to read and understand about the true Vedic philosophy, it is found in Upanishads. Okay, the theme of Upanishads is the knowledge. उसका theme क्या है? उसका main crux क्या है? Knowledge है, ठीक है? The Upanishads are known as Vedanta as they come at the end of the Vedas. Upanishads को क्यों हम वेदांता बोलते हैं? क्योंकि they come at the end of the Vedas. And according to Upanishads, the Upanishads divide all knowledge into two categories. क्या क्या? Paravidya and Aparavidya. A man who has knowledge of both these vidyas can overcome death. Oh, that's I've heard it for the first time. So okay, so Upanishads क्या बोलते हैं कि नॉलेज को दो कैटेगरीज में डिवाइड करते हैं, पराविद्या और अपराविद्या। और जो आदमी या जो भी इंसान जिसको दोनों विद्यास का नॉलेज हो, ही कैन ओवरकम डेथ, मींस डेथ कैन नॉट overpower him. Okay, a man can maintain life with the help of avidya, but immorality can only be attained by knowledge. Okay, immorality can only be attained by knowledge. So Brahman is a knowledge. The world is the manifestation of knowledge. Okay, like it's a practical approach, like what you read, what you understand, and then you implement. So world is the manifestation of knowledge, and knowledge cannot be obtained without the help of a teacher, जिसको हम गुरु बोलते हैं, ठीक है? So there is always a need of guru in order to seek knowledge. A student would receive knowledge from his guru in all areas with his self efforts. Means self efforts are necessary. Like जैसे अभी मैं if I'm giving a lecture, until and unless you don't do your self efforts, it is not gonna benefit you in any way. Okay. So moving on. Attainment of knowledge is an individual and personal process. Yeah, it is entirely an individual and personal process because everybody attains knowledge for his own self. And according to Bhagavad Gita, knowledge is defined as the medium through which we look at all living things with a single unpassionate attitude, and where one can see unity and diversity, only that is called pure knowledge. जहाँ हम unity and diversity देख पाए, उसको हम pure knowledge कहते हैं according to Bhagavad Gita. Okay, where we take a look at all living beings with a single unpassionate attitude. Okay, where we can see unity and diversity. Knowledge is divided into aparna and para. Apara knowledge is the knowledge regarding the physical universe, which can be gained through body, mind, and senses. When we seek knowledge about the physical universe, which can be gained with the help of body, mind, and senses, it's called apara knowledge. And para knowledge is spiritual, which is associated with the knowledge of God. It includes the knowledge of self or atma, खुद को जानना, ठीक है? According to Karavaka, perception is the only valid source of knowledge. आप कैसे दूसरों को perceive कर रहे हो? How you analyze things. Perception reveals to us only the materialized world, composed of the four elements of matter. क्या क्या? Air, fire, water, and earth. Okay. And according to Buddhism, so what does Buddhism say about the philosophy? There are five types of knowledge which would be stressed in teaching and learning. World knowledge. It is given to the students so that they should be in position to understand the integration of the world formation, etymology, and different aspects of grammar. Like they have stressed in teaching and learning in five different types of knowledge. जैसे first is world knowledge. It gives the students ताकि वो ऐसी position उनको attain की जाए ताकि वो understand कर पाए कि like how can we integrate the word formation, how can we understand the different aspects of grammar, etymology. Okay. And दूसरा is craftsmanship. It's the another form of knowledge. कोई skill सीखना, ठीक है ना? फिर like उसमें एक हिसाब से like professional बनना, like so that you can achieve the title of craftsmanship. Okay, when you are really good at doing something, like it means having knowledge of different crafts, industries, and other aspects. Okay, medical education, the training of medicine, surgery, and physiology is given to the students to lead a healthy life. Okay, so it is important. Medical education is important. And spiritual education, it includes study of Buddhism and comparison of different religions and philosophies of the Buddhism. Okay, you study Buddhism and also the comparison of Buddhism with the other religions that are prevalent there. Nirvana, the ultimate goal of life is nirvana. Nirvana means you like you achieve salvation, like your goal has been fulfilled in this life. So it is according to the Buddhists, like the Buddhism. And according to Jainism, in addition to perception, inference and testimony are also valid source of knowledge. Inference and testimony, how you infer things from, like if I tell you about something, and how do you infer the kind of knowledge from it, or like testimonies, for instance, like hisab se gavahi, like that are also valid source of knowledge. There are two kinds of knowledge, pramana and naya. Pramana is knowledge gained through direct and indirect sources, okay? So चाहे वो direct source हो, like through books, through colleges, universities, or indirect sources like you and on like day-to-day basis you meet people, you visualize things. And naya is it refers to the knowledge of the thing in a particular context or relationship of the knower. So if you seek knowledge in a particular context, या आप जो जिसको पता होगा उसकी relationship को जानना, like what is the source of knowledge, or what is the relationship between the knowledge and the one who imparts it. So it's called naya. There are five levels of knowledge. It's only four. They've written only four. So mati is ordinary knowledge gained through senses. Okay. Shruti, knowledge gained through symbols of words. Avadhi, knowledge gained through extraordinary vision in space and time, like when you had to be really extraordinary, or like when it comes to like high level thinking. Kavala, Kavalajnan, it's absolute knowledge. Okay. Now, concepts of reality as per Indian philosophy. So, what is reality? So, there are two terms for ultimate reality, like according to Upanishads, the Atman and the Brahman. The Atman, it's the inner self of man, Andruni. The Atman or self has been called the ultimate reality, immoral, self-reliant and self-enlightened. जब आप खुद को जानो, ठीक है ना, खुद को अच्छे से खुद में झांक कर अपने आप को जानना, it's called the Atman. The Brahman, it is the Brahman that the world has beginning and its substance. ठीक है? Like the world was created, but it has to end too. And according to Bhagavad Gita, there are two types of realities, Prakriti and Atman. One can understand the reality or truth through Nishkam karma or selfless devotion to duty. When you do, when you do a favor or when you help somebody in need, like you don't do it out of any reward. Yeah, you just focus on reward from God. Now you don't want anything from the person that you've helped. So you do selfless devotion, okay? Gita has philosophy of karma based on knowledge and supported by bhakti. The fourfold ideals of life are dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Okay, so you can like Google them individually to know more about them. And according to Naya philosophy, God is real. God is the ultimate cause of creation, maintenance, and destruction of the world. Yeah, like every religion has this aspect that God is the ultimate creator. He is the maintainer of the world, and eventually the world was destroyed by the will of God. World is created out of atoms, space, time, ether, and souls. Okay, so yeah, talks about like how like if you ingrain like science concept in this, like I mean like science tells that like the world came into existence, like the theory, the Big Bang theory, but like there are a lot of difference of opinion when it comes to like these concepts. And according to Sankhya philosophy, it admits two ultimate realities, Purusa and Prakriti. Purusa is a conscious substance, but Prakriti is an unconscious substance. Okay. The world and other elements are evolved out of union of these two basic substances. Okay, Prakriti and Purusa. And the world and other elements are evolved. इससे उभरे हैं, ठीक है? जब ये दो like मिले हैं तो इससे दुनिया और बाकी elements उभरे हैं. Purvasa is an intelligent principle of which consciousness is not an attribute. Prakriti is the ultimate cause of the world. Prakriti, okay, it's the ultimate cause of the world. According to Mimamsa philosophy, reality is a pluralist. Okay, let's go to what it says. It believes the reality of physical world on the strength of perception. The strengths of perception. It believes the reality of physical world on the strength of perception. Like, how does like what is the reality of the physical world when it comes to like strength of perception? And there's a supreme soul or God who has created the world. Okay, the law of karma is an autonomous national and moral order, the rules of world. Karma, like whatever you do, you get it back. Okay, that's the law of karma. According to Karaka philosophy, perception is the only value source of reality that we have already like read. We must believe anything that is immediate known through perception. Okay, God is also a myth and cannot be perceived. Okay, so Karaka philosophy says God is a myth and cannot be perceived. Okay, according to Jain philosophy, reality should be based on perception and reason. Yeah, you should use your thinking and like reasoning skills. uh, Jains does not believe in God. Okay, they don't believe in God. Okay, three jewels of Jainism are right faith, right knowledge, and right conduct. Okay, so these are the three jewels of Jainism. So yeah, these are the, you can say, like the fundamentals of Jainism. Okay, then according to Buddhist philosophy, existence of misery is universally accepted. Okay, yeah, there are suffering, there are miseries in this world, so it is universally accepted. Cause of suffering, what is, well, okay, if you have sexual desires, if you have life desires, if you have wealth desires, so it will lead to suffering. Suffering depends on some conditions and can be removed by removing the conditions. Okay, when you remove the conditions, suffering like removes automatically. That is according to Buddhist philosophy. And misery can be removed by controlling the conditions of misery. Like you had to like seek, you had to like look for the conditions that are responsible for the misery. When you remove them, and then automatically misery also is removed. Okay, concept of values for Indian philosophy. So values have very significant and unique place in life and education because they help us in realizing goals of education as well as the goals of life. And Indian philosophy is full of such values because they are eternal and everlasting. And these spiritual values of life, which are absolute, like they're not going to change. Ultimate and fundamental and eternal. Truth, goodness, and beauty are eternal values which are not confined to physical world. They are confined to like not just physical world, but like your inner self, and they're gonna remain throughout, like until and unless the world is here. So Indian philosophy is based on the following values. So faith in God, okay. So this is one of the values of Indian philosophy because like irrespective of color, caste, creed, religion, origin, we have like everybody has deep faith in the existence of higher reality. There is some creator who is responsible for the creation. We believe that God is infinite, okay. So he's eternal, nobody is like him, omnipotent and omnipresent. He's always there. And I mean, he doesn't have any associates, okay? He's the one, Lord, okay? Tolerance. Tolerance is the foundation stone of Indian philosophy. It believes in peace, coexistence, and welfare for all. We have great faith in tolerance and always adopted a tolerant attitude towards everyone. So, yeah, tolerance. Like, how much tolerant are you towards hate, towards bigotry, towards jealousy? So yeah, I mean, like if you are tolerant, you will like believe in peace, coexistence, and welfare for all, and non-violence. Like we are very moderate, and we don't always resort to non-violence. We don't always resort to violence. So I mean, non-violent is one of the most beautiful values of Indian philosophy because it includes humanity, charity, love, patience, purity, freedom. It also complete freedom from hate, anger, vanity, and ill will. You don't wish bad for anybody, okay? And Nishkam Karma, that I told you that you don't have to worry about the reward because, like, you should do action or you should do something without like seeking anything in return, without seeking anything like that should be rewarding for you. I mean, like, so action should be undertaken without caring for its fruit, okay? Moving on. Uh, so, simple living and high thinking. Like, you know, that Indian philosophy favors simple living and high thinking. So external show, like we don't, like Indian philosophy make sure that it focuses on like we don't live for others, okay. So that's why you're required to declare a personal internal qualities such as honesty, truth, morality, cooperation, and tolerance. We should have those inner values so that it like helps us in simple living and high thinking. Our moral is first deserve, then desire, okay. You should not always desire things. You should be capable of desiring them. So you have to be deserving in order to desire, okay. Social service. So it is the main slogan of Indian philosophy. It is one of the main foundations of value system in India. It is believed that service of a man is the service of God. Like if you help people, it means you're helping God. So we do social service, like for instance, if there's like marriage, or in terms of trials and tribulations like death, natural calamities like earthquakes, floods. So social service is also considered as a religious duty, and every religion preaches social service. Okay. So yeah, this is the end of the chapter, and these are the short answer type questions. You can go through them to have a better understanding. And also these, I guess you should do one thing. Yeah, Okay. Yeah, these one. You should do these five questions, okay? So that you get a thorough understanding of the chapter. Okay, so this is your homework. Okay.